Okay, hello everyone. Hello everyone. Apologies for the delays, of course. Welcome to the Mhpl. If you're just joining us, you are right on time because this is game one of El Cartels versus the African Goldens. And production, it seems like they are complaining about the audio being gone, the game audio, or probably my audio here. Yeah. Hopefully production fixes that early here. But then welcome guys, welcome. It is game one and the draft has started, and I am seeing some very interesting set of drafts here. And yeah, we are seeing Sentinel already taking down that Grok in his favor. And yeah, there is no audio. Yeah, MJ just confirmed it. There is no audio star. Please, let's see if we can resolve that. What is going on? Okay, all right then. Okay, guys. Apologies for the technicalities, but Sky Guy is going for that Uranus now. That's a very interesting pick. We have seen him play the Uranus, and if you know anything about these teams, you know that TAG actually made a statement in the promotional games, and they actually defied and went against all odds and won. And we saw very interesting plays, and now they are in tier one. They have been promoted to tier one, guys. So now they are fighting against the likes of El Cartels, and of course, going to be challenging the likes of Astrals in the Tier 1 Mhpl games. But then look at it, looking at this draft here, I'm very impressed. Sentinel already going for that Grok first pick. Sky Guy with Uranus, that's a lot of sustain already on the side of El Cartel. They are not taking any chances there. Defiant on that Lunox and Vistalgia. I don't see, that's a Valentina ban. If you know anything about Vistalgia, you know he's pretty good with Valentina. You want to take it down, and that's one risk that El Cartel are not taking there. They took down the Valentina, and Vistalgia now is forced to use the Setian and the Moskov ban. Okay, that's pretty interesting. I mean, Voidhaka is pretty good with that Moskov there, especially with that skin. Whenever he uses that skin like this, you know Moskov is just there to just throw tantrums and just disturb everything, both the back lines and the front lines without SOD. But the jaw is banned and the side of El Cartels, and TAG is gonna have to select now Arteezy, the signature marksman for TAG. I don't see a Rockstar Alfie on the lineup here. Wow, I don't see Rockstar Alfie. That's interesting, man. Alfie isn't the one roaming here. Looks like Shogun is gonna take his place. Okay, Cheesy isn't on the El Cartel lineup as well. It looks like they want to keep the best for the last here. That's interesting. But Arteezy going for that signature Sanji pick, and he will go for the TAG carry. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, I have nothing against the carry, guys, because the carry actually did very well in the hands of Sanji, but that was Sanji playing. Artizi normally would go for the green jar from what we saw during the promotional games, but now he is going for a carry. I'm pretty sure it's against Sky Guy and Sentinel because of their picks in terms of melting with the speedy light wheels, but Conquest already going for that Yisun Shin. That's interesting. That's a very nice. Yisun Shin is pretty good these days, especially when it comes to farming speed and getting those kills and also objective as well. Those neutral objective. Void Hacker going for the Clint. The Moskov is banned. That's a reasonable pick as well. Clint's got some decent damage. And Shogun now, the Roma for TAG, is going to have to go for something. An Atlas. This might be a first Atlas we are seeing here. Maybe a first time Atlas. Yep, it's a first time Atlas, and that will complete the draft. And of course, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Whose drafts are you inclining towards? The draft of TAG or the draft of El Cartels? Don't forget, TAG is a team that came from the tier 2 and promoted themselves to the tier 1 through the promotional games. They have walked this far, and I believe they have what it takes for this. So, yeah. Someone says pick up for TAG. Someone says Cheesy my goat. Yeah, Cheesy isn't on the line of Ashburn. Please chill. So yeah, we are started, guys, and of course, game one is live. And while the game loads, someone says TAG combo go loud. Yeah, I like the fact that TAG has an Atlas. The good follow-up there. Laplapu is a very good follow-up for Atlas. Zetian as well with that Fury of the Phoenix. We've also got X-Bob with Last Insanity. There's just so much synergy when it comes to TAG pick. I really like that. Then you also got the side of El Cartels. They've got some very nice amount of sustain. They've got the front liners. We have seen Astral go with this kind of strategy before. Now they've got a Grok. Sentinel is on that Grok, and now prioritizing helping his jungler over giving vision. But it seems like the man will change his decision now, rotating up top there. That will be what he's supposed to do, because as a Roma, you want to give your jungler vision in the early games. Sentinel and Shogun, they are working close to each other. Made mighty swing, but then the control immunity for the perfect match to dodge that, and Shogun now stuns Defiant. Defiant still playing it safe there, just trying to make sure he gets the farm in and farm the minion waves. Sentinel as well defending his mid laner. Meanwhile, on that EXP lane, we are seeing Leagued and Sky Guy go at it. It's a sustained battle. But one thing about the Lapu is that in the early games, you can't exactly do much because you don't exactly have your bravest fighter yet. So you're going to have to wait for that one. And Sky Guy doesn't have a Vengeance. He doesn't have a Revitalize. Sky Guy is using a Flicker on the Uranus. Now, this is interesting. Meanwhile, up top, Shogun. Okay. Taking a little bit of damage here. Conquest doing some nice one. Ethan around pass to block the way off. But Sentinel forced to use that Flicker early. And Defiant now coming in. Traceless from Conquest as well. That's just an early peel, an early poke, and Arteezy on that gold lane trying to make sure Void Hacker takes some early hits, trade HPs, and Void Hacker, you can see him trying to zone out Arteezy from those minion waves. But how effective is that working out though for him? That's gonna be Arteezy now with the spinning light wheels onto the minion waves, trying to farm it from a distance. But Sentinel now bringing in Shogun. And Arteezy, okay, Phantom Step, perfect match. Now there's the stun and Conquest losing some HP here, Traceless. It seems like priorities would have to shift at this point, because right now the turtle has spawned 2 seconds, 1 second, and there the turtle is. Neutral objective is down, and both junglers would have to shift their sights there, unless Shogun might have something in mind up top here on the gold lane. You can see him still poking and peeling this Grok, and Sentinel as well. Frigid Breath freezes him in place, but that not much can do. It's still an early game here. Shogun is scared of Defiant. You don't want that power of chaos darkening on him. But Arteezy losing HP here up top. But down bottom, we are seeing the poke there from Sky Guy, trying to zone out player one from the jungle, keep him away from that turtle as much as you can, try to break the Faraga armor while you're at it though. But Void Hacker finds the first blood. Actually, not the first blood. He does take him down. Now Sky Guy dives in with the Transcendent Ward, try to break the Faraga armor by all means necessary. Nostalgia, we blocked with the Earthen Rampart. That's going to be the Brace Fighter now comes in from lead. Lashika now connects. They're able to use the Regent Slash. Yeah, Regent Slash takes out Sentinel. That's one down. Last Insanity comes out. Conquest is low. Conquest. He falls to player one. And now Sky Guy 1v4. Flickers out to the Uranus, but they won't let him go. Perfect match with the stun comes in. And Sky Guy, not able to tank that leaked. Finds him at the turtle now. Looks like a free turtle, but it seems like player one falls. And now Atlas Shogun not letting him go. The slow from Atlas Defiant can't get away from this one as Ling is on a killing spree. An early one for the Lapu, and of course TAG making the statement and taking back the gold lead from El Cartels. Well, up top, look at the gold lane. You can see the lane cuts from Void Hacker here. Quick draw now, okay, with a double shot. And Arteezy really having those range issues here. You can tell that the carry is really having range compatibility issues with the Clint here. Clint has more range to the carry compared to her because of the double shots passive. And if you really think about it, Clint also, the trapping recoil, he can trigger the double shot with each skill cast. So this is something that we need to talk about. Potential gun, okay, but fatal links onto 2, and of course the tech charge follow up there from Sentinel, and that's gonna be a turnaround part, trying to break things out. Sky Guy, the fire shuts down Lig, and Sky Guy now trying to melt him down. Shogun, you can't get away on my word for perfect match with the flicker. Shogun escapes, and Void Hacker pays up top. Arteezy puts him down, and Defiant is invading the jungle. Turtle not taken. And TAG have set their sights on a different priority here, which is the team fight. Now Defiance comes in with the Chaos Assault trying to melt that Nostalgia. Yes, he does. Defiance finds the kill. Puffin Man Shogun comes in. But the Turtle is where his priority should be, player one. He needs to melt down this Turtle as fast as possible, but the pause is there from the ref. Okay. All right. So far so good. We have seen very interesting plays from both tanks. I like the fact that Sentinel is doing what he can without Grok. Well, I also like the fact that Shogun is no slouch either. The slow from the Atlas is pretty good. I mean, the Atlas is pretty good in situations like this because the Atlas works because there's a lot of synergy that helps. Laplapo's there, the Zetian is there, right? The carry is there as well. So if somebody asking why Valentina was banned out, okay, that's because that's Vistalja's main, and he plays Valentina very well, scarily well. So you need to make sure you don't want your opponent to have the strongest when you are playing against them. That's just normal thing. But then we are seeing Defiant here though. He has a Purify, and I'm pretty sure it is because of that Atlas Fatal Links. It's interesting. Yeah, the Atlas has a lot of slow and the freeze thanks to the frigid breath passive. And Xbox can follow up on the Atlas as well. So that's something that they are thinking about it. That's something they are really thinking about it really well. But the game is paused right now, so I will just be engaging the chat. And someone says turn on the game sound. Yeah, production, if we can turn on the game sound, that would be very useful. Thank you very much, production. Okay. Okay, so guys, according to production, it's not our fault. It's the game having issues here. So yeah, that's not on us. And someone says they have the true damage to follow up Zetian to stop counter engage. Someone says the extra passive range on Atlas is too much. Yeah. It's a bit extreme actually. Atlas is pretty broken, especially when it comes to those slows. And the perfect match, when you use the perfect match with the fatal links, it changes the stun to a slow. So if you combine that with the frigid breath, that's a lot of slow you get there. So yeah, I do hope the post. No, not right now. I'm actually on headphones. So the game right now is having some issues, but then we are going to unpause soon. That's Church the ref, and I'm still someone says you want to revitalize through damage. Guy, I don't even know. It's like you want to make me laugh this evening. So someone says how Clint cooks people shading him too much recently. Yeah, Clint is actually pretty good. The thing with Clint versus Curry is that initially they're gonna have range issues. But the thing is, right now, Artis is running a flicker, not a sprint, and Voidaka is running a flicker. So you can tell that Artis will take advantage of the sprint from the speedy light wheels to catch up with Voidaka, but he's got to be very careful though, because Voidaka's got that grenade bombardment, and he has like three. I think they reduced it from 5 to 3 shots thanks to that adjustment they made for Clint recently. Oh, there's the unpause from the ref. Yeah, thank you, Church. And of course, we do start out here with the total being taken by TAG. And okay, Shogun here. Oh, the man is trying to zone out conquest from his own jungle, and it seems to be working really well. TAG now rotating down bottom player one, meeting Sky Guy here. But up top, it seems like Defiant is trying to support his good laner. That's what he's gonna have to do, because right now Void Aka seems to be tying out in terms of KDA 110 on both of them. But Shogun now rotating up top. Rotations are what's gonna matter in situations like these. Arteezy is there. He's got the ult, he's got the speedy light wheels. Show Sentinel is there as well. He's got that tech charge. Anytime now, something might break out. It's 3v4, maybe a 4v4, but both of them, both Romas poking out on each other. CAG, El Cartels, they want to make calculated moves here. No unnecessary engagement. And that's the thing around part onto the bush. That was wise actually. Sentinel trying to check the bushes to make sure there are only two. But Sentinel now might run into Shogun soon. Both of them are just keeping their distance. And look at the goal difference between Void Haka and Arteezy. Just 500 goal difference. You can tell that Void Haka is really taking advantage of that range he has there and trying to zone him out. Okay, quick draw. Shogun is there. Oh my goodness. Void Haka. Reaction time. He flickers out of the fatal links. And now Shogun, one resource spent just before an engagement starts, and now player one left without an initiation. He's gonna have to do the initiation himself, but the perfect match onto the back line, onto Void Haka. There's the stun onto Sentinel. The team Rampart is there. Maybe a tech charge soon. The tier one already down. Tech charge on 2-1. Shogun being stunned, but flicker out Sentinel. That's a disengage. One turret lost by El Cartels, and a turret taken by TAG. The total has spawned a very successful engagement despite the resource used up early. And you know that TAG are just being calculated by El Cartels. No underrating, just making sure we make every move count, every rotations. But then the league there on the EXP lane, now dragging things out against Sky Guy here to 1v1. The sustained battle, but then League's gonna have to rotate to this turtle here, because right now they have not taken it. The neutral objective and Sky Guy to 1v4. Fury of the Phoenix is there. It's not there actually. On the cooldown for Nostalgia, and up top on the mid lane, Conquest trying to rotate here towards the turtle, and it might be a team fight breaking out soon. Arteezy also rotating down bottom now. Shogun looking for the perfect opportunity. He's got that fatal links back and he might just use it. Perfect match onto the back line. British Brent. Oh, Leak with the last shaker flicker onto the back line. Last the center flicker out to Conquest. And Conquest is down. The fire misses brilliance to pursue him down. Player 1 is not able to escape the fires. And the speedy light wheels comes out from Arteezy. The one's trying to melt him down. When Aka takes off his starter, the total's still there. It's not taken. Arteezy melts Sentinel and going for a double, but Link beats him too and shuts down the Defiant. They're not done. Shogun is low. He's taking on damage. Link gets the previous fighter again. And the total is what they will have to focus on. TAG, they've got the lead. It's a 2-for-3. And TAG now, Sky Guy versus Link. Link is not done. He is moving 1v1 here. And Sky Guy doesn't have that ultimate anymore. He's gonna have to be very careful here. But meanwhile, on that mid lane, Arteezy, he gets the speedy light wheels again. Trying to melt down things here. Flicker already committed though. And that's an early Flicker. Vistalgia. He has lost that mobility now, hasn't he? But he does have that Celestial armament though. So that passive will really help him out here. In situations like this, Defiant, okay. Everything around part in a very defensive way to protect Defiant. That was actually wise from Sentinel. But now, Defiant now power of kill. Oh, Darkening, Defiant! And the brilliance to get away. But then the perfect match to chase him down. But Sky Guy now dives in with Uranus. So that wall with the Ionic Edge. Conquest trying to melt down this lethal. Up top, Arteezy is trying to make sure the waves are in sync in favor of TAG. The Lord has spawned. Now Shogun walks into 2. Maybe, okay, the rest fighter, that's an early one. Landshaker connects on Sky Guy now, Raging Slash onto him, but then Consecration already used from Sky Guy. Now Shogun, perfect match onto the back, Brilliance to counter to get away. In last Insanity, already committed from player 1. That might not be a wise move. Freedom of the Phoenix, follow up there from Vistalgia. Of course, take charge with the rampart. And the fatal links onto 2. Shogun finds him. Arteezy follows up and comes down, and now an uncontested Lord maybe in favor for TAG. It's a 1-for-2 with that engagement. Sky Guy diving into the back. Vistalgia, he doesn't have the HP to stay in the heat anymore. He's gonna have to retreat. And Sky Guy trying to chase him down, but then hitting rampart onto the turret here. Sky Guy, he is keeping his distance though. He knows what they can do. And now the Lord still not taken, still not contested. Sky Guy trying to pressure lead here, but the man is just interested in clearing and protecting that tier 1 on the EXP lane. They won't let him go. Just trying to be as persistent as he can, trying to be that Uranus that you just can't ignore. And Sky Guy, of course, he does have the items in place. He does have the Radiant stacks in place as well. Oracle bots for those enhanced regen. Dominance eyes as well for the anti-regen of the Lapu. And up top, we are seeing Arteezy do a little skirmish against Voidaka here. Double shot takes down the tier 1 on the gold lane. Now tier 2 maybe, but Arteezy Phantom Step to get away. Both of them playing it safe. Meanwhile, back to the Lord area. Linked is going against Sky Guy here. But both of them are not interested. Shogun now maybe looking for a chance here without fatal links. He does not have the flicker, but he does have the fatal links. And Defiant waiting for a perfect chance for that power of chaos and the chaos assault. And Shogun, Sentinel poking out each other. Frigid Breath, Mighty Swing. Both of them just trying to make sure they get vision on each other. That's a 2-man, they're perfect for a set, but they might go for it soon. But Flicker's out. Oh, Fury of the Phoenix now. Shogun, he already committed that flicker, and Defiant almost taking down 1 HP, but able to get away though. Now Sky Guy dives into the translated wall. Shogun is low, perfect match defensively to get away, and is able to escape. And then with the midst of it all, Linked. Raging Slash loses the control immunity there. The anti-CC, and Link is just taking so much damage. Getting melted down by Voidaka. But that will come at the cause. Arteezy puts him down. And Conquest is down as well. They have lost their jungler. Arteezy, gently with the speed like you. Stop with shots from Voidaka. Puts him down. It's a double kill with a double shot. Fatal Links bring the fire in. Bring us to counter. But the fire shots on Arteezy. And now Cartel are biting back Arteezy. He's unstoppable for Voidaka as well with a mega kill onto player 1. It's a 4-for-3, and in a surprising turn of events, Cartel, they take it back, they make it work, and tier 2 is down on the mid lane. My goodness, what the heck? How Cartel turned that around is something that needs to be studied, because they went from losing their jungler early to somehow flipping the script on TAG and taking things back. They are just fighting right now for everything. But Conquest now starting the Lord here, trying to melt it down as much as possible with the Heavenly Vow, the Shogun. Man, he's throwing the Lord towards the side, looking for a chance here, but then getting melted down. Fear of the Phoenix comes in with the previous fight as well. Raging slash onto the back, but Trace defensively outplays him, and now without links up to 2, Conquest is down. Player 1 makes sure of it in the Brilliance as well. No power of chaos, the fire puts down Shogun. Player 1 falls as well for it. Hardcore with a double, and of course El Cartel turning the script again on TAG, forcing them to retreat one more time, as they won't take this Lord in an uncontested manner. My goodness, you need to actually study these guys, how they flip the script. The pattern is simple. We lose our jungler first, and then somehow we turn the tides and we make it work. The Fire just know how to go for those targets. He knows how to use the power of chaos darkening. He knows how to go for the targets that need important openings and important engagement. Well, now our TC, he's got a very good KDA though. We got a goal difference between our TC here and Void Hacker. That's almost a 1.4k gold lead difference between both of them. You can tell that Void Hacker is more farmed, and now the Lord is approaching from the mid lane. The first siege of the game, actually. From the mid lane, Vistarja, he's got that. He doesn't have that flicker, but he does have that celestial armament though. So that will really save him from conquest when he gets up too close. But then Sky Guy now trying to be the front line. That Uranus you cannot ignore on the team. And now diving into the back. The Lord is still approaching, and player 1 trying to melt it down as fast as he can. But the big question is, will they let him? Sentinel might be looking for a chance here with the Earthen Rampart, with the tech charge, but the Lord already melted down. El Cartel might have just lost their chance at pushing an inhibitor though. Though one turret on the EXP lane is free, hasn't been taken down yet, and that's what Conquest and Sky Guy will try to make sure of. But though TAG now keeping their distance, Earthen Ramparts, okay, that might be a harmless one though. They do have 110 seconds until that next Lord, unless Sentinel has got something else in mind. Shogun might be looking for an opening here. He does have that flicker, he does have that fatal links, but Mighty Swing will tell him, don't come over here, bro. You might be the cause of your death. But then Sky Guy and Sentinel would have to issue the retreat, protecting Void Hacker. They know he's a precious gem in the team. You can't afford to lose your cornerstone DPS here in situations like this. But Sentinel trying to give vision here. Player 1 trying to poke him as much as he can, but Conquest dives in. Okay, Mountain Shake Up. That's gonna be the land shaker there. Connects down without links. Brings man up for Shogun. I can see the tank. Oh, Sky Guy finds Vistarja in the back, and that's gonna be now the Fire walking up into player 1 and takes him down with a darkening. And that's 2 members down. It's a 2 for none. And again, El Cartel push back TAG into the turret, showing them why they were in tier 1 way before they came here. And of course, that's going to be the inhibitors taking down, and Void Hacker frontlining that turret meltdown. Now, the Lord will spawn in 45. El Cartels are doing what they can to push the advantage, push the waves in their favor. But El Cartels know that TAG are no slouch. This is a team that won the promotional games. This is a team that came from up top and met them out where they are. And this is a team that is trying to challenge them in their own domain. And El Cartels, they might have won things here in ML Hub, but this might be a challenge to their throne. But Shogun here, the man is looking for an opening. But right now, Sentinel is the only one shoving his face in his front and say, hey, look, I'm right here. If you want to ult me, you can ult me. But Vistarja, though, the man is keeping his distance. You can tell he doesn't want that walk up that Defiance gave him. And player 1 now really close to this Lord. 5 seconds until actually the Lord has spawned Earthen Rampart to block the way now. And both of them are started. The Lord has not started yet. Mighty Swing onto the minion waves, and now Shogun is trying to give vision. But the thing about the Atlas is that you're not sustained as the Grok. So you're going to have to be very careful how you poke. But the Lord has started, and El Cartels are stuck doing wave management duty. Of course, that's what we saw. One thing about waves is that when your team doesn't have the wave advantage, you will be stuck clearing the waves while the enemies are winning out they're taking out the Lord. And yeah, this is exactly what we saw. This is siege number 2, and now the Lord is approaching in favor of El Cartel once more. TAG did a good defense once. Can they do a good defense again? Production, if you please show the builds. Thank you so much, production. And of course, looking at the KDAs here, we are seeing 429 bounty on Void Hacker, 714 KDA, 127 Conquest, 167. Not exactly the best out there for a jungler, but still, hey, the win is what matters. The scores are looking pretty good in favor of El Cartels, but still the Lord is approaching now. How would they make this work? Shogun, you're gonna have to make your move one way or another. They're trying to melt down this Lord now. League player one, they're trying to clear the ways, but the rampart is there. Like, oh, a 3-man tech charge, and that's gonna be the last incentive to follow up in the field of the 3 days. League finds conquest in the back. Player one shots up for it. Aka, 2 members are down. The fire fights another. RTC fights another. RTC gets a double, and TAG are biting back until El Cartel 1 for 4, and that's what you want to see from the winners of the promotional games as they push through with another successful defense. What did I just see? What is this game? How did that turn around? El Cartels, they might have just thrown game 2, but let us see if Sky Guy can defend what's left of those outer turrets. But jeez, damn. Now player one onto the creep though. He's trying to farm out the creep, but Sky Guy, he's making it difficult for him there. There's no need to sacrifice your Faraga armor. There is no need. You just have to pull it back. Just pull back. There's no need sacrificing it. Pull back, clear the waves, wait for the next load, and perhaps CAG would have a chance to take that load again, because right now they have been losing a lot of lords, and look at the gold difference between the both of them. Pretty massive actually. 2k gold lead here we are looking at, and it's not funny because right now if they do keep losing that lord to El Cartels, it will not be funny eventually, because the minion waves will keep getting stronger, and you guys know what happens from there. You all play enough ranked matches to know that. But right now Sky Guy rotating onto the other side, and so far pretty good rotations actually. I gotta compliment TAG for that wave clear. League maintaining the bottom lane. Shogun on the top lane. RTZ keeping his distance. Okay, League, and that's an early previous fighter though. Trying to poke Sky Guy here. Sky Guy shove his face, then he can. And yeah, this is game 1, MJ. It's no one has taken anyone so far. 15 seconds on start Lord spawns, and you can tell that the boys of El Cartels are really trying to zone them out from this Lord and keep taking the Lord, because they know it's only a matter of time before they make the siege work. But Sky Guy rotating out to the top lane, that might not be a wise move. Sky Guy already Radiance committed, consecration committed rather. He doesn't have that mobility, so he's gonna have to be very careful, especially now that he's coming close to Sky Guy here. RTZ might commit there, that's a phantom step already. We're not willing to commit, but down bottom, look at what is going on. But now player one loses the Faraga armor, sets now half HP, fast expose it back in. That might be a risky move. The fire from a distance, trying to melt them down, but one member only lost. The league is down. And so far so good. The Lord now being started by El Cartels. They have the green light to start the Lord, and TAG will forfeit another Lord and give them another uncontested Lord. El Cartels, this is the third chance to end the game, and let's see if they actually make it work this time around. Excuse me, guys. Okay. All right. Okay. Now Voidhaka rotating up top. He's gonna be very careful with his positioning though, because he is very vital in the team plays. And looking at the build so far, we are seeing CR bed bought by RTC and Voidhaka. You can tell for those anti-heals and for those melts, but up top, that's something interesting going on there. For Sky Guy, really trying to be that front line that the team needs, and as well as Sentinel. The man is doing what he can. Now the Lord approaching RTZ, trying to melt down the minion waves on the other side. Sees conquest and he escapes. Of course, you don't want to gamble in situations like this. They need you to melt down this Lord as fast. And of course, the more lords that come, the more HP they possess. But it doesn't seem to be a problem right now for TAG. We are seeing Shogun at the back. That's the previous fighter with the Fury of the Phoenix. Don't come saying that the Defiant is down. And this might not be a defense that they might make work. RTC comes to the final step, puts up with Aka, and player one loses the Faraga armor with immortality back and forth. Now, if without exposing back up, was trying to get away for prioritizing the defense. TAG again. They defend. And TAG are saying no can do. This not over until we win. And now Nick jumps over the press fighter now onto Sky Guy, trying to be trying to make sure he defends and make sure he's a big distraction and keep them out of their base as long as he can. They are teasy. He has that speedy light twist again. Sky Guy forced to flicker out. Of course, you don't want to get melted down in situations like this. It could be a 60 seconds respawn. And RTZ now, the prize possession of the team's gonna have to keep his distance, do and wait for league support. The phase almost melted down, but somehow TAG, the third defense of the game, dragging it out and making sure that they are still alive in game one of these two tier 1 teams. Now Shogun goes in with the perfect match, maybe a 3-man Peter Links. Shogun is there. Landshaker connects, stuns him up. A Sentinel is really trying his best to keep them away from his squishies. Sky Guy up top though, no whatsoever conscience in this man. He is just doing 1v4s, 1v5s. Doesn't matter if he's out position, doesn't matter if he's outnumbered. Sky Guy is still gonna shove himself out there. That's what the Uranus can do. Man. And now the Lord has spawned again, and of course it's rinse and repeat. El Cartels, they will start out this Lord and TAG. Okay, it looks like they might want to give them uncontested Shogun. Now perfect match comes in, maybe a fatal links here. Guy, you just see the man there, stuns him up, slows him down. Lake jumps him with the breast fight down to the back line. Landshaker with the ready stash now, sees Conquest, but then trying to take him down. But no, Conquest escaped with the traceless and Lake this down. And of course, next to follow there, Shogun falls, and El Cartels are taking them one by one. And the spirit light is already committed. RTC retreat and disappears with a flicker. Gets out of sight and said, I'm done here. There's no point. Let's just leave the Lord to them. But it seems like El Cartels are not done. The starter falls. And now 2 members left, RTC and player 1. Last member to defend, but there's nothing to defend when it's 2v4. As El Cartels will finally take the game as game 1 goes in their favor. Man, these guys. I gotta comment these guys. They tried. TAG might have lost, but they did not lose without a fight, guys. So kudos to TAG. There's still game 2. Hopefully that goes in their favor. Yeah. Hopefully that goes in their favor. All right. I'm gonna be engaging in the comments now. And I want to know what you guys think by game 2. What do you guys think? Do you think game 1 was do you think game 1 was sorry, excuse me, I can't play around classic now. Do you think game 1 was supposed to go in TAG's favor and something happened midway? Or do you think it was just a situation of a matter of time before El Cartel would win that game? Let me know your thoughts. I'll be engaging it while the game loads, of course. Let me just do some stuff real quick in the back end. 1 sec. Okay, so someone says only Lapu and Xbox Lord side should have just left it. Yeah, I think they should have just left it actually. Someone says if Kari was without Atlas and Lapu sets, wipe out streets. That's the thing, man. You know, the thing about the Kari is that Kari doesn't exactly have a lot of quick mobility, and she's very vulnerable to CC. So you need to be very careful with your positioning as Kari. So 2023, that tells you that they tried. That tells you that both of them put in the effort, right? That tells you that. So you need to make sure that these teams are 2 tier 1 teams. TAG walked their way up from tier 2 onto tier 1 through the promotional games. They are no jokes. El Cartels have dethroned Astral and taking games and taking finals from them. They are no jokes. So these are 2 teams that have grit. These are 2 teams that have endurance. These are 2 teams that know how to make sure they end the game in their favor. But unfortunately tonight, when 2 teams jam, unfortunately we can only have 1 winner, and that winner was El Cartels. And hopefully TAG, let's see how it goes. Someone says it's a matter of time. Would have won already if Grok didn't miss that ult. Yeah. Well, let's see how game 2 goes, guys. Excuse me. Let's see how game 2 goes. All right. See. Someone says and their base was already half HP. Yeah, that's the thing, man. They didn't have base HP there. Someone says clean supremacy. He said make MJ enter match as guest jungle. Oh, moon arrest, I beg. Moon arrest. So someone's okay. So by the way, they're already doing the lobby bans right now, and Cartel are actually banning the Eve, while TAG is banning the Uranus. Alice is also being banned by Cartel, and TAG is also going to ban Esmeralda. So take notes, guys. Esmeralda and Alice is banned. Uranus is banned and Eve is banned. So those are the 4 lobby bans. So basically, how lobby bans work, in case you don't know, is that whenever you ban something in the lobby, you can ban them in the draft as well, but that would be a waste of bans. So basically, it's the same as banning in the draft. So you've banned them, and yeah, you get your 3 extra bans as well to make sure you don't repeat the same ban. Also, make sure you don't pick the lobby bans. Okay, for those of you that are actually playing tournaments that haven't actually read the rules, there's your tutorial 101 from Black Sensei. All right, so now we're now back into the draft. And this is game 2, and I actually have some things to say. I said Eve, not Yin. Oh no. Who wants to ban Yin, man? Oh, we are seeing a Valentina ban again from Nostalgia. Oh, I mean, that's you, Deji. That's you, not me, man. I said Eve. I was looking at what I said. Okay, Nostalgia. The man is gonna have to go for a ban here. He has lost his major mid lane though, so he's gonna have to be very, very, very decisive with his ban on his end. Lunox is banned. Defiant. No Lunox for you this time around. For Daka as well. Maybe a ban a carry, because carry was like the bane of their team in that match there. So you might want to go for a carry ban here. I want to go for a carry ban. No. I don't think this is gonna work out. Maybe they might be overthinking it, but still though, I still think you should go for a carry ban. For 2 seconds, the man still haven't banned. Okay, CC is banned. I still feel like they should have gone for a carry ban though, because the carry was melting down their team. TAG banning the Yuzhong. I don't exactly know why, but I want to believe that that's what they want to do. But Sentinel now is gonna have to go for a pick. They can lock down the carry in favor of El Cartels. The carry worked the last time. Therefore, he worked, and it was actually a bane on their team, so they can steal the carry away from RTZ. You could actually go for the Moskov. The Moskov. Oh, Sky Guy is stealing away the Lapo from League. Now that's interesting. Shogun as well stealing the Grok from Sentinel. Now that's interesting. Both of them are just stealing away that. The picks from each other. That's something. Okay. Sentinel now. You have to go for something here. The Defiant is going probably. Oh, that's new. It's Selena. I don't think Selena works here though. I don't know about Selena though. But still, if it works, it works. Selena can't be a mid laner. She can't be very deadly. But no, it is going to be the Aurora he will go for. And Nostalgia now is gonna have to respond to that. They already have Grok. They already have. I think they might be going for too much magic damage here. They already have a Joy. They have a Fasa, which if it does it does lock it down. So they have a Grok, they have a Fasa, they have a Joy. I think they should now invest in more physical damage. Linked would have to go for a physical damage fighter. So no Guinevere here, no Phoveus here. What's actually Phoveus is now physical, yeah, thanks to the revamp. Okay, RTZ now. You have to take down someone. Maybe a Clint. Clint was pretty deadly in the last game. It was taking him down even in the laning phase though. So Moskov is what's taking down. I feel like if El Cartel really wanted to lock down that Moskov, they would have locked down the Moskov since. Because they had the first pick. They would have just moved for Idaka for the Moskov. But well, they have their reasons though. So I'll just leave them. That's them. Conquest. Also here.
I will choose my
knocking down the Harlots. League hasn't picked. So that's why he's taking down the EXP. But I'm pretty sure League has something in store for them. So he's gonna have to wait for that one to come out though. He hasn't seen Voidaka pick, he hasn't seen Conquest pick. So Jungler, not yet seen. Yusunshin is not banned. There's a high chance that Conquest will go for the Yusunshin again. We did not see Cheesy play in this game. We did not see Rockstar Alfia as well play in this game. These are two key players that could really make a difference in the team that are not there. And RTZ going for his favorite pick, the Granger. We're bound to see some very interesting plays from this guy. And Conquest maybe going for one of the meta picks right now, the jungle. That will be Leon Moore. Two junglers. I think Voidaka is gonna have to step down there and go for the gold lane. Looks like they will not be going for a proper marksman this time around. Voidaka with the Mia, maybe at the retail. The retail can be quite good actually because the retail can pressure Granger well, but that's gonna be the Claude he will go for, and Conquest going for the Soyo. Interesting lineup there from El Cartels. Leaked, he's going to have to settle for something that we would have to work out because now he doesn't have the Alot. The Yuzhong is banned. The Lapu is banned as well. Actually, Lapu is not banned. The Lapu has been taken away from him by Sky Guy. So now he has to go for something. The CC is banned as well. So that's like 4 EXPs that are not available right now. So he's gonna have to go for the 4 viewers. Wow, I almost predicted that one. Yeah, Rex Termination. This is the second match. Okay, that's all for the draft, people. That's everything for the draft. And this is game 2 if you're just joining us of the Mhpl games, El Cartel versus the African Goldens. And of course, shout out to the ML Hub management team for putting together these Mhpl games. And shout out to Stark in the background handling the stream, the video quality, and of course myself. Shout out to Black Manta for handling the casting. This is game 2, and game 1 was a very interesting match with TAG losing it out to El Cartels, and now the scores are 1-0 in favor of them. Let's see how game 2 goes. Is it gonna be African Goldens tying things out, or is it gonna be El Cartel taking a 2-0 win? Let's see. But what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments while the game loads.
Welcome to Mobile Legends. 5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them. Do you mean all troops?
Okay. So MJ says a gato, and I know see another one go catch your eye. MG. I know see that the only team will go catch your eye for the another one. Okay. So I think I just said it. Storm Raging Show. They got the game 1. El Cartel won game 1. Now we are seeing Shogun here really trying to poke out of this jungle, trying to give vision. Mighty swing on to Sentinel, and of course the Ether Rampart as well. But Conquest has already taken the orange buff, the purple buff actually. And now, so far, okay, Blade Surge now with the Soul Sever onto Shogun here. Player 1, Rhythm of Joy, doesn't have it. The Ezra Rampart to block the wave, Frosty Breeze, and yeah, follow up! And that is player 1 almost becoming the first blood. But that's a close one, but no cigar there for Conquest. He is under pressure though. He is trying his best. Energy impact there with the cost of Crow, and Conquest now, trying to block his way, but he is able to get away with the Blade Surge. And down bottom on the gold lane, RTZ talking it out with a Void Hacker here. After TV run to the minion waves, BMI down. And both of them just trying to poke each other out. And it's a gun for a gun. BMI defensively though. Meanwhile, on the other side, we are seeing Sentinel tough it out here against Shogun on the mid lane. Up top on the EX lane though, it's just Leagued and Conquest doing their thing. Actually, not Conquest, Sky Guy doing their thing. Shogun might be overextending here, might get punished, but no. 12 seconds onto that auto spawn. They're gonna have to make a gank work sooner or later. Conquest is still busy farming those creeps and trying to get his gold up. Shogun Sentinel might be trying to cut the lanes here, or maybe give vision. And maybe a Pincer stretch here. Artesia and Void Hacker still going at it though. The BMI is there, but meanwhile up top, going towards that turtle area, you can tell that TAG and El Cartels have set their sights there. Trying to take this turtle for themselves. But meanwhile, rotations are going to matter here for El Cartels. Okay, Evil Queller from Conquest. That's the unbreakable taunt slicked up. Meanwhile, they have started at this turtle here. Turtle almost taking down, but on the other side, Sky Guy already initiating. And of course, the turtle now being lost. That will not be marked. Waiting now, trying to block the way. Sky Guy though, then just position there. That's gonna be the stun there. Frosty Breeze. Oh, leaked. Of course, the Infernal pursuit back and forth, and now player 1 diving into the fray. Rhythm of Joy, and RTC comes in as well with Rhapsody. But El Cartels are low. Blade Surge there with Soul 7. Leaked might just be the first blood in this game. Conquest with Evil Coil are not able to make it through. And of course, the Pride of Vice passing coming through for Leaked. Then Sentinel is the first blood. Player 1 gets to the fire's response onto the starter. Player 1 with a double. And Sky Guy now with the press fighter trying to get melted down to escape. Now Conquest dives in with the Blade Surge. That would be a costly move. Player 1 with a triple kill in an early game. And that's a great start for TAG. And maybe an invade there from player 1. Maybe an invade. Player 1 now dives in with the electrified beat onto the turret here. It's gonna have to make sure they make it work. And production, please, they are saying they can't see the scores. So please, if you can fix that, you need to show the scoreboards for the viewers. And Shogun now, the man is going through a lot here. He's trying to give vision and keep away from Sentinel at the same time. That can't be easy. The thing about the Gato is that the unbreakable taunts you and you attack with the basic attacks. But meanwhile, Blazing to way down bottom on the gold lane for Haka. Starting something up. Then Trapper blocks his way for that. Let's strike. Follow up from Vistalgia. Puts him down. And now Sentinel poked out with Rhapsody from RTC, but then THE wants to take down this tier 1. They have cut the lanes. They have Pines and Sentinel into 1v4. But TAG set their sights onto their own jungle to farm there. Shogun now rotating. Rotating. Okay, that's the pause from the refs. And yeah, production, please, let's just use this chance to fix all the things. Let's just... Oh, yeah, it's better now. Okay. Thank you, production. Thank you for all your hard work in the back. The game is paused, guys, and I want to ask you guys a question now. With the way the rotations from Sentinel has been coming and with the way the rotations from Shogun, do you think this is TAG actually doing very well right now? 4-2. They have the kill lead. They also have the gold lead here. 500 gold lead. Actually, not 500. It is more than that. Almost 1.5. Do you think this might be a turning point for them? Or do you think El Cartels are just not going to make it work and get a 2-0? I want to hear from you guys. Yeah, it's best of 2. Yeah, it's best of 2. So Oluwa George says, tag the TAG defects, lol. No wonder them no ban Joy. Well, banning Joy would have been a counterproductive move for them because they are pretty good with the Joy now, aren't they? Of course, player 1 already getting a 3-0 early KDA. That's pretty good for an assassin. You need to go early. You need to make sure you snowball on time, especially an assassin, because towards the late game, the Joy will fall off. And Emmanuel says El Cartel will win. Wow, that's a lot of confidence in El Cartel, despite what you are seeing right now in the early games. But still, yeah, it is still the early games. And of course, they do have the late game advantage. And Demon Kai says they are playing smarter in game 2. I want to believe that as well. I want to believe that. But still, it's still the early games, though. A little engagement, a little adjustment, things can change. It's Mobile Legends. Don't forget, a little mistake can cost TAG everything. On the other side as well, on El Cartels, they also cannot afford to underrate their enemies. They must be calculative at all times. But then TAG should earn early. That's from Seki. Yeah, I think they should, because right now they do have an early game lineup. They don't exactly have a late game lineup. The only late game lineup they have right now is the Fasa and the Grok. Right, and also the Granger too is a late game lineup because he does have that Capriccio, which stacks up over time and increases the damage of Rhapsody and the Dead Sonatas. So you do have that, as well as also on the other side, you do have Lead. Lead can be very, very nasty in the late games. Those Infernal Pursuit and the Dark Waves, that can be very, very, very nasty, and the Demonic Stomp as well. So yeah, 39 more seconds, this game will be on pause. And what's it, guys? Okay, we are back, and someone says, I feel like El Cartel style is like Onic, PH Kelra arc. Just allow the MM to farm. Let's hope Void Haka is in his Kelra arc because he needs to be. He needs to be. Tier 1 games are no jokes. Okay, Sentinel. It's a 1v4 here. The man is outnumbered though, but then support is here. Sky Guy and Defiant. Sentinel now, the Lord, the turtle is already melted down, and I think El Cartel purposely did that because look at the positioning of Conquest here, and of course on that gold lane, Sentinel is there to defend his gold laner. Meanwhile, on the other side, up top, League already there with that Infernal Shooter. Oh, the Frigid Glacier to immobilize and freeze him, and League is down 0-2-1. Not a good KDA for an EX laner, but then Nostalgia onto the mid lane now, Shogun with that mighty swing there. Ethan Rampart to block the way back, and of course, let's try. Oh, all the blade swords and the Soul Sever interception there from Conquest onto Nostalgia forces the Wing by Wings retreat. Man, the IQ play on this man You gotta ask the question, what the heck was that? And now Sentinel there, hitting Rampart to block him out. Then Sentinel is there, BMI defensively into the turret. Now Conquest is there to defend. He is there to support as well. Onto the mid lane now. Vistalgia doesn't have that feather strike there. But he's gonna have to be careful though. Player one as well, because now the Gato is close by. You don't get taunted because that's gonna mess up your rhythm of joy. Now both of them, both teams just keeping the distance. And look at the gold lead here. It's a 1.2k gold lead we are seeing here. But down bottom on the gold lane, Arteezy now placing duets there for Voidhaka there. He's trying to melt him down out of thievery. The flicker out from both of them. Both flickers committed. And now half HP. Voidhaka less than half HP though. Sentinel is there to defend and keep player one out. Trying to zone him out. Then Voidhaka might have to recall here. Yes, he does. And Sentinel left to guard the tier 1 on the gold lane and keep Arteezy from taking it down while he's there. But no recall for Voidhaka. The man is trying to defend here. Player 1, Rhythm of Joy stopped with the Soul Sever and the Blade Surge. And then the Rampart, and of course the tech charge from Shogun intercept him. No way to escape. Sentinel is trapped in that tier 1. Can he defend? The Feather Strike melting him down. Sentinel, he's got that steel pose, but no unbreakable defensively. Hitting Ramparts, he's trying to get away, but I don't think he can. The flicker with a mighty swing pushes him down, and Shogun is on a killing spree. And this is something to say. I am commending TAG. They have absolutely woken up. They have absolutely adjusted, and they have absolutely improved in game 2 because I like what I am seeing. El Cartel, I don't know what is happening right now. Sky Guy, the one trying to contest for this total here, he does have to forfeit though because his jungler is nowhere close, so that will not be worth it though. The total already taken. And so far so good. Down bottom. Okay, Conquest with the Soul Sever. Of course, the Blade Surge. And Arteezy is down. Voidhaka taking advantage of his jungler there with a blazing duet. Voidhaka, he knows when to engage. He knows when to follow up. He knows when to disengage. This is some Kelra play style here we are seeing on the man. But Shogun now, he comes in to know what's going on and try to punish Sentinel for the build up number extension there. And of course, Sky Guy already rotating down to the mid lane. Both teams are really just applying pressure on each other. And despite the goal difference here, we are seeing 1.6k. Sentinel is still trying to shove himself out there. And the tier 1 down bottom lost already by El Cartel, but still TAG are trying to push in the advantage here. Now T-Nate applies the Sinner's Mark, but doesn't want to use the infinite pursuit on Sky Guy though. Seems like doesn't want to force an engagement, but player 1 might be up to something here. Rhythm of Joy. The Frigid Glacier dodges it though with the Rhythm of Joy. With Stagia. So we're gonna have to make for this one. Unbreakable, but the Mighty Swing pushes him back. And Sky Guy is really just trying to give vision here. Mighty Swing with the Soul Sever there. Conquest, he is trapped. He tried to tech charge to dodge away, and then the Rampart, that's a wrong placement though. And Sentinel trying to be the front line, trying to go, but then player 1, he wants to find an opening in the back, but no opening provided there. Leaked. He's got the HP, he's got the Fed Up Pursuit, but Sentinel there trying to use the steel bones now. Fed Up Pursuit, yes, the fight is on, but TAG are hesitating. They don't want to commit fully. They know that you only have 20 seconds on that Lord. You need your numbers. You need to keep the pressure. You need to keep taking those objectives. There is no time for any gamble team fight. You know how El Cartel can turn it on, but player 1 doesn't know anything about that. Electrifying beats into the line, but then not for long. The man finds his way. He is the most valuable member when it comes to taking down these objectives. And of course, objective will be started out there by El Cartel Arteezy. We wanted to start out this objective here. Player 1 is here. Might be a good time to take out this Lord, though. They need to be sure about their positioning of El Cartel members, though. That would be a very vital mark there for Shogun. Might be looking for a chance for a tech charge here. That's gonna be the Frigid Glacier down to the back, and Vistalgia is down. The wise move, and Shogun now with a mighty swing. AOG onto the back, turns him up, and of course, previous fighter commits there with a raging slash. Defensively trying to get away, but no, you can't. They fill up push the Sky Guy. Trying to tag it up, but Arteezy melt him down. Rhythm of Joy from player 1 gets to the fray. Arteezy trying to zone him out with Rhapsody. 1 for 2 in favor of El Cartels, and this is what TAG are aware of. They know that El Cartel can easily flip the script when it comes to team fights, and they want to avoid that at all costs, especially when the Lord is available. And now we see Conquest about to start this Lord. This is what El Cartels are capable of. This is what they can do. You cannot be risky with them. Now Shogun, they might go for him though. Please search now with the Soul Server. Poking onto Shogun now. Evil Quella onto him. That's a Frigid Glacier there. Connects onto 2. That's the chance. And yes, it takes a Conquest. Puts Nostalgia down. Player 1 punishes him. And the President comes to the back. Void can try to beat the counter, but has to get away now. And the round part today. But question 2 is down. Player 1 gets a double round. TZ finds another for himself. And it's a 1-for-3. TAG respond to that team fight from earlier. Now they start the Lord dance. Numbers advantage to them. What can get better? It is this game, as TAG are finally responding back when it comes to team fight advantage here. Now Vodaka onto the mid lane. Okay, might be gone. BMI defensively, no time to waste. Get into safety. They need you to melt it down. But player 1 onto the bottom lane, they're trying to melt it down. Ooh. BMI Ethereum blocks the way out of Divri now. Finish the strike for that guy's almost down. The magic warship, not enough to take him down though. Look this in the fray. Dive into the back, tech charge up to 2. Conquest is trying to get away, but yes he does. Player 1 chases him down with electrifying beats and more infernal positions from Lee's applying the pressure. TAG, they don't know when to stop. Jesus. What the heck? I don't even know where to begin, because right now these guys are just making sure they push the pressure, and El Cartel absolutely cannot recover from it. And now the mid lane is getting pressured though. And of course TAG manning their numbers and melting down the stress as they come. Now TAG, they are trying to make a comeback here. They are trying to make the statement. TAG are TZ. The man is trying to poke up with the Rhapsody. Sentinel is losing a lot of HP now. It's Ligged and Sky Guy here. 1v1. Maybe not. They do have the numbers and reinforcements to match. Sky Guy now poking him out to the Homeland Defender. Okay, Blitz Search. But then Featherless Strike. That's an early Featherless Strike. Actually, not a Featherless Strike, actually. That was something else. And now player 1 onto the back line, trying to invade jungle here. Yes, he does. Shogun as well, poking out. So Server will miss though. TAG, they are keeping their distance. They know very well that this Lord is the next target for El Cartels. They need to turn the tide. They need to make sure they take things back into control, because what is going on, they took game 1 and now game 2 looks like they might be losing it here. But no time to talk early. 70 seconds until that Lord spawns. One mistake is all they need to turn the tide. Our representative, one mistake is all they need. But it looks like League might be getting a bit of an enthusiastic here to take out this tier 2 here. Blitz to for Void Hacker. He's going for it. Void Hacker gets taken down. League puts him down. And of course, Sky Guy into the back. Nostalgia falls. And now Frigid Glacier immobilizes 2. Keeps them frozen onto the back again. Player 1. He dives in with the electrifying beats. Artizi finds Sentinel and TAG again. 1-for-3. They make it work. And of course, the tier 2 defended successfully by El Cartels. And what the heck? They will take it down. The offensive famous fighter from Sky Guy. And man, these guys, man, El Cartels, they are still hanging in there. 14-6, 42k gold lead. 42k gold, 36k for El Cartel. You can tell that's almost a 6k gold lead, and yet they are still preserving it all. They are still doing everything they can to hang in there. If anyone can make this work at this point, it's El Cartel's lineup right now. And of course, now Nostalgia, the man is League is trying to zone them out. What can he do? Zone them out, of course. Player 1 just needs time. AOJ to the back, but a bit too late. Electrifying beats, and that's gonna be League back into the back line. Oh, Sentinel! He gets melted down by Artizi, and that's the price to pay for trying to go in alone. And of course, Void Hacker. The man is just trying to melt the turrets, but he has to play it safe though. I know you want to be fast, but you still have to be safe as well. And still, okay, yeah, production, please show them the builds. Thank you very much, production. And of course, Shogun here, trying to rotate with the front line that they need. And now, Okay, Shogun, this is the full Voidaka BMI. I thought he wasn't gonna use the BMI because he is very squishy in the late games. Nostalgia just need one stun. That's all it takes to put him down. The Lord is approaching down bottom. The waves are there. The lanes are synced. And TAG might be making their mark conquest. That's a place such defensively to get away from the anti rampart blockage. And now the minion waves are approaching in. The siege is on. And this is TAG trying to press in the advantage from the waves here. And our TZ trying to melt down the waves that are incoming to prevent them from going against them. Mighty Swing pushes Sentinel back. That's the CC from the Grok. And now Conquest already way ahead of them. They are seeing the Earthen Ramparts. Maybe a tech touch soon. But the immobilization there from the Frosty Breeze. Okay. Oh, tech touch onto the back. Conquest getting in. The Shogun flickers out. He don't want any engagement. Blaze Search there. If you're not pushing it to the turret, then the turret is down. The Lord is almost melted down. AOG onto the back line. And Sentinel just died in the previous fighter, of course. Will be exhausted, and now Mighty Smig RTZ puts Sentinel down. It's unstoppable. Player 1 falls as well to Sky Guy. It's 1-for-1, and now's the time to retreat. But it seems like El Cartels will still chase them down. Ibukwela from Conquest. That's a successful defense from El Cartels. My goodness. Well, it wasn't going to be easy. We know it may happen, but it's not going to be easy. El Cartels. Okay, Conquest, dangerous position there. Mighty Mhpl. Feather Death strike. Nostalgia makes quick work of him. No time. Of course, you are squishy, and in the late games, this is what's gonna be happening right now. Okay, for that card, don't know what it's up to, but BMI defensively from leaked. Gonna escape that Phobius too, because Phobius can be very problematic in these situations. But so far so good. El Cartels are doing a pretty good job there, defending despite everything. 6k gold lead they do not have. El Cartels are losing behind 6k gold. That's a lot if you think about it, but still they are still trying their best to hang in there, push the turrets, maintain the waves, sink the lanes. Macro will matter in situations like this. And El Cartel know that more than anyone. The game is paused. And of course, let me just take a short break while I recuperate for the remaining games, for the remaining time here. Okay, all right. We are back, and yeah, thanks for the on post church, the ref for the games, doing his thing up there, and of course, this is looking pretty good for El Cartels. Actually, they are doing the macros. That is what matters. It's just like this, and the Lord already been taken there by TAG player 1. That's no time wasted. Lord taken, and another siege brewing. They have defended the first time. Let's see if they will defend again. The Lord is approaching, and I am curious actually what Shogun is trying to do. Oh, getting Rampart to block the waves. Okay, that was what he was trying to do. That's very very creative actually, and also very good IQ play. He's trying to make sure that he's trying to make sure that the okay, get it booked there. I think Rampart's blocking the way there. Of course, Blade Surge to get away. I am actually curious for the species because now the waves are approaching in their favor. Two inhibitors down, only one left in the mid lane, and that's what TAG is definitely gonna go for. They need to prioritize that though. I think Rampart is there, might go for the tech charge soon. Shogun is taking a lot of turret hits, a lot of true damage. The clock might be down soon. Sky Guy, yeah, Mira's Fighter already comes in. Now he's trying to get the Raging Slash in. Sky Guy is holding it out. Oh, let's take down to 2. And Raging Slash comes in as well. Conquest buying time for hell. For Naka falls early. Now there's no Max Man to melt it down. Now Conquest versus RTZ 1v1. The Lord is melted down. RTZ with a double. Conquest shuts them down. That's a defense. But this one comes out and trying to get away. Sky Guy is low. First fighter castle again. And now Lake comes in, maybe a mistake move. And of course, Conquest finds a double. El Cartel with another successful defense. Man, these guys, how long are you going to defend this game? How long are you going to drag this thing out? TAG, the moment I think what went wrong was the moment this guy was taking RTZ was taken down. The moment RTZ was taken down, Conquest knew what he was doing. Conquest targeted RTZ. RTZ wanted to flank and end the game with basic attacks. The thing is, Granger isn't exactly the hero that can, push bees, right? Is it okay? Player one coming for the backline. Oh, Blade Sword for the outplay and the Frigid Glacier for the freeze. Blazing the way for the 41.4. That guy is there to put him down. They find another, and just like that, 2 members are down, and TAG just might have thrown the game as El Cartels have taken 2 down. What the heck was that move? Very strike of nostalgia. Can he sabotage their efforts? It's gonna push them back. And El Cartels, they know that this is a golden moment to push the game. Jesus, El Cartels, these guys are something else. And now the numbers will come through. Pistache now comes in, go to the back now, plays it duet, of course, with the Winter Crown outplay. IQ plays Nostalgia though, with the wings by wings. The Lord is there. They need to prioritize the Lord right now. El Cartels have more numbers in just this short amount of time. They need to prioritize these numbers. But then numbers are back, numbers are tied once again, and now player one with all enthusiasm and effort, he is there. Okay, Beres Fighter, they're trying to zone him out and keep him away there. Beres Fighter with the Raging Slash now onto the back. Nostalgia, he's getting pressure. Sky Guy will almost forward. Player one somehow takes the Lord before Inaka puts him down. RTZ takes out Sky Guy, and 1-for-1. Lord lost, and TAG now pushing in the advantage. They're trying to melt down Sentinel as well. League chasing him down, Sentinel in the midst of all 1v4. RTZ puts him down, but Inaka with a blazing duet again into the back line. Let's strike. Puts him down. Conquest on a killing spree. 3-for-2. And right now, how will they defend without the Maxmans? How will they defend without the numbers? It's only the Defiant and Conquest left. League, Nostalgia, and Shogun are there. Conquest trying to do what he can. Defiant there is a first breeze with Frigid Glacier to the back line. He's trying to get away. Blade Surge, he's able to get away with the Evil Quella as well. For the next strike, and Conquest is down. Defiant, last man standing. And it looks like TAG might have made that statement. Tech charge onto the back. Immortality is there. The Pride Device is there. Defiant, he shuts him down thanks to the turret. But the base is taken down, and just like that, TAG have tied things out with El Cartels. Oh my God, 1-1. How? Like, how? How did they do it? How? TAG. Jesus. Guys, I wish I was on cam right now. You see the way I'm sweating. You see the way I'm sweating so much. I am sweating because these guys have just, I don't even know what to say at this point. Well, 1-1 guys, and that's it. Thank you so much for tuning into tonight's game. It's 11:20. I know it's way past a lot of us bedtime, so I am gonna be ending things here. Of course, shout out to ML Hub management team for putting together the Mhpl. And yes, Oluwa Josh, it's 2 games, it's best of 2. Shout out to ML Hub management teams, of course, for putting together the Mhpl games. Shout out to El Cartel, shout out to African Goldens. These teams did put on a very interesting game for us to see. Of course, shout out to the production as well. Stark himself in the back end doing the heavy lifting with the video, the audio, the quality of the stream as well. Of course, shout out to myself, Black Matter, who casted the games. It's been a very interesting one. Do us a favor, guys. Do have very interesting match. Leave a comment on the stream, leave a like on the stream, and of course, it helps us push what we're doing here out there. With that being said, good night.